Meg Petrified is ex-husband Trevor working with LA publisher for his first marriage and agenda book. After a quiet start to the year, Meghan Markle has been busy planning the next phase of her career as she builds a wellness and lifestyle brand. But her big comeback could face an obstacle as the source claims that her ex-husband Trevor Engelson has had offers to write a tell-all book about their failed marriage. He's working with a publisher in Los Angeles. Royal author Neil Sean, who wrote the book The A to Z of Harry and Meghan, claims Trevor has had many offers to put pen to paper about their past, and he also claims that Meghan will be understandably worried. Neil, who's met Trevor, said, "Many agents have offered him big deals and big money when Meghan was at the height of her fame. I'd think that he will take stock and look at all the options." Meghan's bound to be petrified. He'd truly have a remarkable story because, after all, he'd have first-hand experience of what it was like to be married the first time around to the actress. "I have met him briefly and he strikes me as a nice, caring man who clearly has moved on. However, there's no escape from his story." The book included details about how troubled Meghan's first marriage was said to be. Neil says a book about Trevor's account of his marriage to Meghan would attract a lot of interest. His story would be the inside track on how ruthless, ambitious and determined she really was, he says. According to Thomas Sr., Meghan had forbid the wedding guests to take footage of her marriage to Trevor. Allegedly, her father took footage anyway. What sincere man or woman doesn't want pictures or film of a first marriage? What agenda is behind such a decision? It seems like Trevor used to plan to keep things private, but Meghan is rumoured to release her own book, so he might need to make a public statement to correct whatever lies she tells about him and their relationship. If he talks about how he was dumped and why, then it could be explosive. Meghan is not known for keeping any friends from her past, and Trevor's story so far is a huge mystery. If he does decide to release a book or even give an interview about his failed marriage to Meghan, it could prove to be fatal to her hopes of relaunching her career. Neil further claims Meghan's family members have had no choice but to speak out in the past, and warns Prince Harry that Trevor could do the same. He said, "If I were Harry, I'd look out. I think there are many more skeletons in her closet. Her past is her future." And earlier, sources also reported that Trevor has been actively keeping in touch with Tom Bower since the beginning of the year. Royal author and critic Tom Bower, who often has something or another to say about the royal family, believes that Meghan Markle deceived Prince Harry and the rest of the royal family from the very beginning. That's because she never had any intentions to stay in England for as long as she did, and that she always wanted to go back to California, with or without her husband by her side. Bower put it this way in a new interview with express.co.uk. "I think Harry and Meghan got their own brand Harry or brand Markle. The question is, how long can they sustain it? Netflix, Spotify and his book created a lot of money, created a lot of publicity, created them and gave them a particular niche." Bower continued, "But the thing is, all these successes are very transitory, and especially in America, it lasts a day, 2 days, but there's no substance there.